Valentine's Day. The one day of the year we try to pretend that love is in a slow descent into madness. Here are my top 10 Valentine horror movies, in no particular order. There may be spoilers, so you have been warned. Alright, let's get into it before I start sending creepy Valentine cards to my enemies. My Bloody Valentine, 1981. A small mining town's dark past comes back to haunt it when a mass killer returns, wielding a pickaxe and a grudge against Valentine's Day celebrations. So this is the quintessential 80s Valentine slasher, and it has it all. Cheesy romance, small town legends, and glorious, gruesome practical effects. The atmosphere is pure slasher gold, and it proves that love might be fleeting, but a pickaxe to the chest is forever. Fresh, 2022. A young woman excited about a new relationship soon discovers... Well, I'm gonna let you find out what she discovers by watching it. If you have ever ignored red flags on a first date, this movie is going to make you rethink your entire dating life. It starts off charming, then punches you in the gut and drags you along for the nightmare, all while being slick, stylish, and full of dark humor. This is perfect for an anti-Valentine's night where you're angrily eating snacks and swiping left on every person you see. Possession, 1981. A husband and wife's crumbling marriage spirals into madness, paranoia, and something inhumane lurking beneath the surface. This is the breakup movie to end all breakup movies. This isn't just horror, it's pure insanity wrapped up in screaming, trauma, and body horror. So if you've ever felt like your ex was possessed, well, this is the movie that actually asks, what if they were? Isabella Adjani gives one of the most unhinged performances in horror history. I am not kidding you. The subway scene alone will haunt you forever, and you might need couples therapy after this one. The Abominable Dr Phibes, 1971. A grief-stricken doctor exacts poetic revenge on those he blames for his wife's death through bizarre, elaborate murders inspired by biblical plagues. So who needs candy and roses when you have Vincent Price playing the organ and killing people in the most over-the-top way as possible? The bloodletting scene is my very favorite one. This film is part horror, part comedy, and 100% theatrical insanity, as only Vincent Price could have done. Warm Bodies, 2013. A zombie falls for a human girl, setting off a chain of events that could change the fate of the undead forever. A zombie apocalypse with a side of romance, but somehow it works. If you've ever thought I could fix him or her, and they were literally a corpse, then congratulations, this movie is for you. Weirdly sweet, unexpectedly funny, and surprisingly heartfelt, it proves that sometimes love really can bring you back to life, or at least make you less undead. Bones and All, 2022. Two young outsiders bound by their shared hunger for human flesh embark on a dark, lonely road trip in search of belonging and understanding. This is a strange but emotionally gripping film that will linger with you long after you've watched it. It's equal parts tender and brutal and explores themes of loneliness, abandonment, survival, and acceptance. Valentine, 2001. A group of women are stalked by a masked Cupid killer. The early 2000s, when slashers were glossy and everyone had chunky highlights and the killers sent creepy Valentine cards. This is basically Terror Train on Valentine's Day. It's dumb fun, and the Cupid mask is actually pretty creepy. Your Monster, 2024. A young woman struggling with heartbreak finds herself haunted, literally by a creature in her closet. Have you ever been so emotionally wrecked that you could literally summon a monster in your closet? This film explores heartbreak, fear, and learning to fight back. It's like therapy, but with monsters, and I think every person needs a monster like this in their life. The Hunger, 1983. A beautiful century-old vampire seduces lovers only to discard them once they've begun to age, until one refuses to go quietly. David Bowie and Catherine Deneuve are two of the most stylish, sexy, soul-sucking vampires in cinematic history. This one is less horror and more hypnotic art house hallucination, with just enough blood and heartache to remind you that eternal love is a lie. If you've ever been dumped by someone for someone else, you're definitely going to feel this one in your bones. Bram Stoker's Dracula, 1992. A tragic count cursed with immortality believes that he has found his lost love centuries later. This is not just any vampire film. This is a full-blown, over-the-top gothic romance fever dream. Gary Oldman is seductive, terrifying, and somehow still kind of super tragic, and we love that about him. Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves definitely bring the 90s romance energy. And yes, this is the film where they accidentally got legally married. The costumes are very lavish, poetic dialogue, sexy and beautifully shot, and it desperately makes me want to have my own simp Dracula, and that's all I'm going to say about that. And there you have it, the perfect horror lineup for Valentine's Day, whether you're feeling romantic or just ready to watch people suffer. So grab your snacks, avoid suspicious charming strangers, and remember, roses are red, violets are blue, and if someone is acting weird, run. And until we meet again, shiver, scream, repeat. Happy Valentine's Day.
Tell everyone you know to come on down to the Horror Cat Super Show.